Hey there, this is Naishi, and I just finished up my first game jam. And if you don't know what a game jam is, it's basically an event where teams create video games within a certain amount of time, oftentimes having to adhere to a specific theme. For this jam in particular, we had 3 days to make a game with a theme of, it's not a bug, it's a feature. Now, I have made games in the past. I never really made them in as little as 3 days, so this was a bit daunting, and I didn't really know how to turn out. But whatever, overthinking impedes creativity and all that, so I turned off my brain and kinda just said let's do it, man. Be me, sitting on my ass, probably playing some indie games. I do that a lot. My friend SG hits me up and he's like, "Yo, Naishi, I have your wife and kids and I will not release them until you do a game jam with me." I said, "Only if you keep them over until we're done." And so a team was formed. An unnamed team, but still a team. Day 1 of the jam was pretty textbook. Main idea for the game? Platformer. How do you want our game to look? Let's do pixel art. Team roles? He would do the programming, level design, stuff like that, and I'd handle asset creation. And how do we want to implement the theme? Let's make it so that the pause menu can be used as a platform. And so we got to work. I made a basic menu panel, a lovely little tile set, this little guy, and a small flag animation. Invented my own font using a site that I got from Lavender Down called, I think it was like Calligrapher or something. Meanwhile, SG did his magic code things that I don't fully understand, to be honest, making interactive menus, hooking up player movement to the keyboard, and getting the whole menu platform mechanic to work. Day 2, I woke up and SG was still working out something else with the code. Pretty sure it was reworking the positioning of the menus or platform creation or something like that. So I took the time to make some extra menus, mock up our itch page, and make some cover art. SG also asked me to design some lava tiles, so I got that to him pretty quickly. So then SG comes up to me and asks if I can make an enemy design. I say, bet. What's your vision? You want some kind of like goblin, a small child, maybe a reskin of the blue menace, but like he's red and he has really angry eyebrows? He tells me he wants someone you can look at and go, "When I see you, it's on sight, brother. Someone needs to put them down for their attitude." And so this freak of nature was created, which I lovingly named the Bird Bastard. After that, I made a little bomb sprite, something for him to, toss at the player, give him a game over. But yeah, a little while later, SG sent me a small playtest, and me looking at it, gameplay was fine, mechanics was fine, he was doing great, 100%. But there was one issue, it didn't really have any sound. Now, this wasn't really a big issue since we weren't being rated on our sound effects or music anyway, but I decided to make some, using some sites like SFRX and Beatbox, and well, this is how they turned out. That, and I gave the game a little bit of lore with a silly little video featuring the Blue Menace. And with that, day 2 ended. So there was a small issue. Well, a big issue, a pretty big issue, I'm gonna be honest. SG's PC wasn't actually exporting the game files. He said his computer refused to download from both Godot's engine and Google, and because of that, it didn't really allow him to export the game at all. So what do we do? If we can't export the game, we can't submit in time, and if we can't submit in time, we'll be disqualified from the jam. And so I, with my very limited knowledge of Godot, said, "I got you, baby girl. Just send me the files. I can export," but I did not know what I was getting myself into. He sends them to me on GitHub. And then he says, yeah, I sent them on GitHub. You, totally downloaded GitHub, 2 months ago, right? When I asked you to? And you, learned all the intricacies of how to, operate that and GitHub desktop and Godot and all that, and right? You did that, right? And after downloading Godot and GitHub and watching like 2 hours worth of videos instructing me on how to use them, I slapped an icon on the game and exported. So that's good. That's very good. And with 2 hours on the clock, that should have been it. It should have been it. But then we found bugs. And as she scrambled to fix them, I re-exported and went over to the submission page with 10 minutes to spare, and then we realized something. We remembered we actually needed a team name. They required us to give in a team name before we submitted. And I was like, what do we do, dude? We need a team name. The Moggers. I'm not calling myself that. Spell it like Mog from Dark Souls then. Bet. And so we were dubbed the Moggers. But anyways, we were finished. All we had to do now was play and rate a bunch of the other submissions and wait for the final rankings. And that we did.
Best use of theme. The Blue Menace.
Woo! Yo! Where the fuck am I?
Gotta see where you rank.
Oh, we're not in the top.
We're in the top
20.
15.
Wait, are we? Wait. Come on. We're in the top. No, I'm kidding.
Top 10.
Nah, there ain't no way, bro. Ain't no way! Ain't no way! Ain't no way!
Okay, here we go.
Yes! Yes! Number
Good job,
5,
guys.
baby!
I love the idea.
So yeah, our game got first place in the theme usage category, 5th place overall, and top 10 in all other categories. And apparently they actually give trophies for every first place in each category. I was a little bit too far away from the actual site, so I'll be receiving that in the mail later. For my first game jam, I'd say I did pretty great, and I'm definitely open to doing more game jams in the future. Is that Bracky's game jam? Is that Bracky's game jam in like literally 3 days? Is it coming towards me? Oh no. Oh yeah, huge thanks to SG for doing all the programming, by the way. He was great and I never would have been able to do this on my own. Go check out his itch page, I'll put it in the description, and maybe even in the comments. Probably in the comments, yeah, go check the comments, he's right there. Anyways, see you next time. And play your game! It's in the description! Go to the description and play your game, I swear! Ah!